The house and domain were dominant features in the rural landscape of Ireland, throughout the 18th and 19th centuries. Location often reflected the distribution of better land, and this is evidenced in Mid-Cork, where many of these houses are situated along the valley of the River Lee and its tributaries. The National Inventory of Architectural Heritage describes it as a detached 5-bay, 3-story house, built c. 1750, having a pediment central bay to the front, a 2-story extension to the rear, and a recent front porch addition. The gabled chimney stacks, lack of depth in plan and pediment breakfront are said to indicate an early construction date, with the window proportions, door opening and breakfront being typical of its time. Parkland once existing to the south of Carhue House has been lost to river erosion following the River Lee hydroelectric scheme of the late 1950s. The accompanying terrier to the Down Survey map, 1656-8, lists Thomas and Edmund Coppinger as proprietors by way of mortgage of Carhue. Lewis's Topographical Dictionary of Ireland, 1837, describes Carhue as being the seat of J. The Tithe Allotment Book for the parish of Magoini records John Rye Coppinger, Esq. The mid-19th century primary valuation of Ireland, Griffith's Valuation, records Henry T. 154 acres in Carhue Lower Town land, consisting of a house, offices, dilapidated, land and some 6 acres of water. 126 acres within the town land, during this time, to James Wiseman, consisting of offices, land and some 2 acres of water. Indications of financial distress surfaced at Carhue following the Great Famine, Ireland. By February 1850, the farm interest of George Food had been surrendered and the stock, crops, implements and furniture put up for auction without reserve. The house, offices and domain of Carhue were offered for lease in March 1850, comprising 290 acres of pasture and tillage, with 50 acres suitable for oats or barley, having been cropped with turnips and carrots that season, and the lands described as highly cultivated and employed for dairy farming for years. That part held by Food, comprising 140 acres, was available for lease separately. On April 9, 1850, a large quantity of oak, ash, elm, beech, and sycamore was put up for auction without reserve at Carhue. By June 29, 1852, an unreserved auction was scheduled for the sale of Carhue domain, including 14 acres of wheat, 9 acres of barley, 10 acres of oats, 60 acres of meadow, 10 acres of potatoes, some turnips and carrots, a quantity of hay and straw, livestock, farm implements, and household furniture. On February 14, 1856, an encumbered estates notice issued for sale by auction on April 17, 1856, of part of the lands of Carhue, including the subdenominations known as Coltamarighu and Kiltianic, and containing c. The house and domain were in the owner's occupation and the remaining lands occupied by one tenant, with both leases to expire following the sale. 7d, with the domain containing mature timber, excellent land suitable for pasture and tillage, and an abundant supply of water. Slater's 1894 Royal National Directory of Ireland refers to it as the seat of John H. Burke's Genealogical and Heraldic Dictionary of 1904 records George Colthurst, born 1811, of Carhue House.